and welcome to another new video. I have just put on a super cozy outfit just because I'm going to be spending the day just doing things around the house and resetting for July. So this is going to be a little bit of a weird reset for me because I'm in this limbo state right now. I just graduated from college in May. I've been traveling pretty much all of June, and I move up to New Jersey where I'm going to start my new job in about 2 weeks, and so it's very hard to reset, I think, whenever you don't really know what to expect or you're starting something brand new like I am. And so I'm going to do my best today, but this is also going to involve a lot of moving prep and things like that, as well as goal setting and that sort of thing. But for the most part, it is just going to be a day to feel like my life is in order, even though it probably isn't really. So if you can relate to that, I hope you keep watching and enjoy the video. Okay, so we've come over to my desk. I just am pulling up my Notion page right now. Normally, whenever I do a reset, I like to look back at the last month and the goals from the last month and kind of reflect on them a little bit and just think about what went well, what didn't go so well in the past month. But because I was traveling a whole bunch over the month of June and the end of May, I didn't actually do a reset last month. So instead, I have my digital planner that I'm using at the minute, and it has a few pages in here that I can do a little reflection from the month of June. It has accomplishments, favorite moments, what went well, what didn't go well, and things to improve for next month. Okay, so I've just finished going through and doing my June reflection. First and foremost, I made it home safe and sound after my trip. I was doing some solo traveling. My video on that is coming out soon. I just didn't want to rush to get that out, so that's probably going to be out in the next week or so, about my experience interrailing and solo traveling around Europe for about a month. I was proud of all the content that I uploaded. Well, once I got home from traveling, I was able to get back into my workout routine and stretching regularly, which I was quite proud of. I read 4 books this month, which is a lot for me, and I'm going to talk about those a bit more in a minute. And I think I should be able to get 3 videos uploaded if this one goes up by tomorrow, which we'll see. And then for my favorite moments, just my trip in general, it was so much fun. Here's a sneak peek of some of the clips that I've taken, or photos from that trip. I especially loved Slovenia. It was absolutely gorgeous, but honestly the whole trip in general was just amazing. When I got back from that trip, I was still traveling though, because I went to a wedding of one of my best friends, one of my best childhood friends. And I got to go back to where I used to live and see a whole bunch of people that I haven't seen in a really long time. So that was really, really special, and just to see her getting married was also lovely. I've also been obsessed with Hogwarts Legacy recently, so I bought that and I've been playing that. And then also just being home with the family and having time now that I've been back to call a lot of friends and just reconnect with them after a long time away. In terms of things that went well, I was really happy with the contact that I had with friends. This is obviously a really important thing to me. Where I live right now is really far away from most of my friends. When I move, I'll be a little bit closer to at least my college friends. But something that I really want to focus on in the next half of the year is just keeping in contact with people. I want to reconnect with some people that I haven't spoken to in a long time, high school friends, middle school friends, the friends that I saw at this wedding, and I just want to reconnect with them and make sure that I'm doing a good job with that. And I feel this month I've really have put in the effort and made sure to call people and talk to people and arrange times for that, so I was happy with that. All of my traveling experiences went really well. I sorted out all of my apartment utilities for when I move, and I was quite proud of that because that made me feel very adult. And then, like I said, I read several books. In terms of what didn't go well, this is going to sound so silly, but I have a Lego set at home that I can't bring with me when I move, and I need to finish it before I leave, and I haven't really done that, which is fine because it's not super important by any means, but I want to finish it, and so I didn't spend a lot of time doing that. There's been some times that I've kind of struggled with motivation, just getting back into the swing of things has been weird, and I haven't made that much progress in terms of getting my life ready to move, but that's okay because we're going to change that today. And then things to improve on next month, I would like my money spending to be a lot lower, and it really should be because I'm not going to be traveling around Europe, but I also do have to furnish an apartment, so we'll see about that. I want to keep my workouts and stretching consistent. I want to try to wake up earlier, and I think once I start work, this will get a little bit easier, or once I'm living alone, that'll be a bit easier. So next, I want to set up my Notion page for this month, since like I said, I didn't do that last month. And I just want to look at all of the goals I set at the beginning of 2023. When I originally set the goals, I kind of marked them all out and like distributed them over the course of the year. And I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of reorganizing there, because there is no way that I've been keeping up with those as much as I would have liked to have. So I just want to look at where I'm at, because I haven't looked over them in a while, and just see where I can improve for the second half of the year. I just realized that I can take my assignment/exam schedule for school off of here, and I don't know how to feel about it. Bye. So this is my very long list of goals I set for the year, and I've just gone through and kind of updated, checked off the things I have already done. These are kind of more like tasks that I set for myself for my goals. So these are the goals that I had for the year, which are basically understand my body better, start a productivity business, graduate from university, backpack Europe, move out, invest money and make financial goals, and keep my health a priority. And then, like I said, I broke everything down into specific tasks in order to really get to the nitty-gritty and make sure that I was doing actionable items in order to achieve these goals. And it's kind of exciting because I'm looking at this now and I've managed to do 2 of these for real, which I kind of knew. I mean, obviously, when I set these goals, I knew these were going to happen. More or less, the backpacking Europe one was a little iffy, but I went through with it and it all happened. And then I did graduate and I'm in the process of moving. So that's all very exciting. I would say in terms of the other 4 goals, I think my health is probably my best category. I'm in a pretty good habit of working out, of going to ballet, doing stretching and things like that. But I still think that there's a lot more I can do with that. So I'm gonna go back to July. And what I like to do is I take all of these and then I break them down, because this is a lot of stuff. But I like to break them down into more manageable tasks that I can do every week of the month. A lot of these are for the whole next 3 months, like they're not just for July. So this down here is where I'm able to kind of specify exactly what I hope to achieve this month based on these specific tasks that I have written out. I am actually going to take a brief pause because, like I said, I'm going to be doing this video kind of more vlog style, and I do have to go to a meeting right now for my job. It's just like a pre-onboarding meeting to find out what to expect from our first week on the job. So I'm going to take a pause from this and then go do that, and then we'll come back to breaking down these goals. Hi, my name is Zoe and I went to Villanova University. I majored in mechanical engineering and minored in business and mechatronics. Okay, so I have gone ahead and planned out everything for the next couple of weeks, basically my main priorities for every week in June. And the way that I use this is every week I will look at these tasks I have assigned to the week, and the goals I've said are going to be happening that week. And so when I plan out my week, I make sure to schedule them in. So now I can work on a week by week basis for the rest of the month. And then I always put a quote at the top of the monthly reset page. And for this month, I said, "My wish for you is that you continue to be who you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness," which is a quote by Maya Angelou. And I think that that's a good way of looking at a new start and moving to a new place. I have my top 3 priorities, which is just moving, starting my new job on a high note, and then also just focusing on connecting with relationships. Like I said, that was something that I was focusing on a bit last month, and just with graduating and starting new things, I want to connect with new people, but also keep in touch with people from my past as well. Then I have my books to read, which I have 4 books, which I think is going to be a bit ambitious because of the size of these books that I have written down. But I have Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, Happy Place by Emily Henry, Lord of Shadows, also by Cassandra Clare. I'm trying to reread the Dark Artifices series so that I can read the last one, probably in August. And then the last book I put is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, because that book is going around and I've heard it's really, really good and I really want to read it. Then I just have a few things I just want to remember throughout the month. I kind of keep these the same, which is just do something I love every day, smile, keep up with budgeting, and reflect on the month. Just little reminders for myself. And then I have a little reflection section on here as well, which I usually fill out at the end of the month. But I do like to put in like my highlights for the month at the start of the month, like things I'm looking forward to. So I have my move, starting my new job, seeing my boyfriend, and just family time when we move. All my family's coming up with me and they're going to help me, and we're going to do a little vacation as well while we're at it. So those are the things I'm really looking forward to this month. And then, like I said, I have all of the rest of my tasks broken down by week at the bottom of this page. So the next thing that I need to do is go through my closet because there is a mess in there, and also because I'm moving, I want to make sure that I have gone through it all. So we're gonna tackle this, or at least start to tackle this. I will be putting a TV show on though while I do this. I'm gonna watch some Love Island. I'm running out of room in my point shoe box. These are all of the point shoes that I have worn since I was 13. I used to number them, but I lost track. It's coming along. I just found this, and I forgot I had this because I got like VIP tickets when I saw Taylor Swift do her Reputation tour, but I'm really not that big of a Taylor Swift fan. Like, I do not need this, and I just looked it up on eBay, and it goes for like anywhere from like $400 to like $1,300, and like when I tell you like this is like in like perfect condition practically, it just doesn't, like the video doesn't play anymore, but it literally has the plastic over the video. Like, this is all like as it came with, like the book is like brand new underneath. So I'm like, can I sell this like for a decent amount of money? Because that would be nice. It's quite a lot later now. It's like almost 8 o'clock, and I kept telling myself that I was gonna exercise, and I still haven't, so we're gonna do it really late. I'm just gonna go for a swim outside. I have been playing around. I've been trying to figure out my finances a little bit. For a while, I've been trying to do this, and I got a little bit distracted because I was trying to set up a new budget page on Notion, and so I was trying to sort that out, but also just trying to figure out like how much I should be expecting to spend this month, what with like all of my moving expenses and like having to buy new things for my apartment, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to continue to work on that after I've had some dinner and after I've been in the pool and had a swim for my exercise. Okay, so it is significantly later now, but I'm gonna finish this video tomorrow because I've been working on my budget and how I'm gonna go about doing that. So I'm going to finish that tomorrow and also talk about some of my favorite things from the month also in the morning. So I'll see you tomorrow. It's now the next day, but I have finished going through my July budget, which was really hard just because I have so much like things that I have to pay for this month with moving and buying new furniture, and just the fact that whenever you move it's always a little bit more money that you have to spend to just get settled, those little things that you've thrown away or lost or forgotten. So it's kind of hard to budget for that, but I've tried my best. So I made this new page on Notion, which I'm quite excited about because I have been using an Excel spreadsheet and I've also been using the app Mint. So the way that I have created this budget is that I have all the categories that Mint tracks for me, and I have done the budget in those, but then I don't have to track every single expense. So it is still going to be saving me a bit of time because when I use my Excel spreadsheet, I had to write in every single expense and manually categorize it and all of that. So this just kind of takes what Mint does for me and then I can put it into here with relative ease. So with that, I'm going to go through my expenses. Normally, if I was doing this, I'd also review like my June expenses, but it was all travel money. We're just gonna look at what I'm planning on doing in July, and then next month I will talk a little bit more about how this worked for me, if it went to plan, all of that kind of stuff. Next month is when my life will start to get a little bit more normal with regards to that kind of thing. I'll have my actual paycheck, and then I'll also have, I won't be moving. So starting off at the top of the page, I just have some places where I can write in my starting balance for the month, the amount of that I budgeted, the amount that I've spent, and then my ending balance for the month. And that just, if I put, for example, that one is a formula. So if I put that my budget is $1,000 and then I say that I've spent $50, then it'll tell me that I've spent 5% of what I need. And I don't know why this is here. That's gonna go away. That bar is not supposed to be there. So that's just for me to be able to look at really quickly, and I can keep track of that really easily during the month. Next, I have a few sections down here. First of all, I just have my monthly income spot, so I can put in like the amount that I expect to get that month. So like my job, salary, gifts or family money, that kind of thing. Not expecting to have gifts or family. That was just an example of what else I might put here, but it's usually just going to be job. Then I have a place to put my remaining budget, and so here I can just write in what my total budget is so far once I've gone through and added all of that up, and then also what my total income is, and then I can see what I have left over so that I can divvy that up into things like savings and sinking funds and that kind of thing. Then I also have down here just important dates that I need to remember for various bills, so like rent, internet, gas, all of that good stuff, my credit card, the basics. And now we have my actual budget for the month. So in terms of my expenses, and I do have this broken up, so I also have like my essential expenses, which is just like rent and utilities. but I don't really want to share that in this video, so we're just going to look at my variable expenses. So first of all, for groceries, I budgeted $200, and I hope that it'll be less than that because I really only have to make one grocery purchase, but I also know that because I'm going to be moving, I'm going to have to be like stocking up on all of those like little things that maybe last for a little bit longer. So that's why I budgeted that at $200, and I'm hoping that that'll be enough. I have gas, car maintenance, tolls, all of that I just wanted to put under one thing, and I have $70 for that. I think I should only need to fill my car up with gas twice. Then for dining out, I just put $50. I'm not really expecting to be going out that much. And then alcohol, I put $40. I figure I'll probably just get a few Prosecco's or something to celebrate moving. Then I have entertainment at $100, just because I know that my boyfriend is coming to visit at the end right before I start my job. And so I'm thinking it might be nice to go out with him and do something. So that's why I have that there. Workout class and dance classes, these always cost me a lot. I have $200 here. I know for the studio that I took classes at last summer, it was about $175 for like a 10 class card, which is what I suspect I will be purchasing. I have $25 for gifts. One of my friends has a birthday. $50 for clothing, because I would just like to get a few new bits and bobs before I start work so that I can look all like professional or whatever. And then I have $40 for books, because that's an essential, and I have 2 books that I want to buy, and so I'm budgeting in for that. I have $1,000 for home improvement, which is basically just for like furniture and stuff. Honestly, I think that it'll be a bit more than that. I might put $1,500. Because I need a couch, I need a bed, and I need a TV. And I feel like those are like my essential things. Then I have my subscriptions. I just have HBO Max and Amazon Prime, both of which are like $16 a month. So I just have that in there. Personal care, I'm not getting a haircut. I'm not getting my nails done. I'm not doing anything like that. So I'm not budgeting anything for that. That's $0. And then additional expenses, I just have $50 for various other things that might come to light. And then 0 for travel, 0 for saving, 0 for investing. That is a later problem. Okay, so that is my budget for the month. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm really unsure about how it's going to go. I did my best to make some educated guesses based on what I have spent in the past whenever I've been moving, or what I spend generally in a month whenever I was at college. So hopefully this is kind of accurate, and hopefully it works and is somewhat useful for me. So for the last little portion of this video, I just wanted to sit and take a minute to chat about things that I have been absolutely loving during the month of June. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about the books that I read this month. I did just do like a mid-year reading wrap-up, like the mid-year book freakout tag as well, and I just posted that video. So if you want a more in-depth review on the books that I read this month, then you can go check that out. So the first book that I read was The Mistake by Elle Kennedy, and I gave this book 3 stars. It is a hockey romance, and I did enjoy it. It was just an easy read. The second book I read were the second 2 books in the Folk of the Air trilogy. So I read The Wicked King and I read The Queen of Nothing, and I gave both of these 4 stars. I'm sure you've heard of this series. It's super popular. I really liked it. I did try reading it a couple of years ago, but I definitely liked it more this time around. That just happens sometimes. I don't know why. I think the first time I read it, I only read the first book, and I didn't really like that one as much as the other 2, so that's probably why. The last book that I read this month was Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, and I only gave this book 2 stars. I really just didn't like it. The couple was really toxic, and the book kind of felt repetitive to me, so you might like it. It just wasn't for me. Another thing that I've really been loving this month is actually the Hogwarts Legacy video game. I am not a big video game fan. It is just not my favorite thing, but my boyfriend likes video games, my brother likes video games, and I love Hogwarts. So I decided to try out this game, and now I'm a little bit obsessed. So yes, I have absolutely been loving this game. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you'll probably find it really enjoyable. It's got this whole new storyline, new set of characters, and it's just a lot of fun. The last thing that I want to talk about that I have been loving this month is the app Lemonade. You may have heard about it. It's like a smaller app, but it's kind of like TikTok, Pinterest, and Instagram all had a baby. And I just really like it. I think it's really fun. It's kind of a good place to do like blog type posts and to get a little bit artistic with the way that you do your photos and stuff, because it's a little bit less regulated, I feel like, than Instagram. Not that Instagram is actually regulated, but you know, it has like a standard on Instagram, whereas I feel like Lemonade is so new, people can kind of get really creative and do a lot of cool new things on it. So if you are interested in that and you like the sound of it, then make sure to follow me on there, because it's just a lot of fun and I like to post on that. I've been posting a ton about my travels over on there, and so you should definitely check that out. With that, that concludes the video today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!